Hey, we're live. I can't, this is our fifth live at the EmPHorium segment, and thank you for tuning in. It looks like we are starting to trickle in with some people. I had to turn down the music because I'm experimenting with the new feature of StreamYard, which actually has background music now, which is cool because obviously, when you have music, it kind of jazzes everything up, and I want to have that energy going in terms of doing the live stream because promoting Philippine products takes a lot of energy. Definitely takes a lot of energy. Anyway, for all those who are just tuning in, everyone, you are now watching a unique, one of the first of its kind type of a live stream show based in the U.S. that creates awareness and also creates opportunities for Philippine-made products. Hello, everyone. My name is Ferdinand Soriano, and I am the co-founder of the EmPHorium. And before I do that, I just want to make sure everything is on. I got all the music turned down a little bit. I just want to make sure I got all that. And then, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Now, before I get into what the live at EmPHorium is, because that's what you're doing. Right now, you are watching live at the EmPHorium. And first, before we get into what the live at EmPHorium is, let's first talk about what is the EmPHorium. Let's talk a little bit about that. Now, through the years that I've been doing this, there seems to have been a lot of challenges through the years, at least from my own observation before forming all of this. In my journey, there's always been an issue with creating a venue, a place to consistently promote Philippine-made products and also investments and services in the United States market. Besides, obviously, the magnificent efforts of the Philippine government. There isn't really one outside of the Philippine government that actually does a lot of these types of shows that are done consistently. I feel that in the past, I've seen my share of trade shows, maybe a weekend, maybe just a month, Filipino month or something like that, but never where we're trying to attempt to be consistent in creating awareness for Philippine-made products here in the U.S. utilizing different forms of media. And I'm excited to be a part of this along with my co-founders, Christine Consunji, as well as Christina Espiritu. Both of them have the creative aspect of how the EmPHorium was created. Again, I want to just reemphasize what the EmPHorium is, because at the end of the day, you're going to hear so much more about what EmPHorium is. EmPHorium is a U.S.-based, the first of its kind in the U.S., based in the U.S., that is being positioned as the premier and essential Philippine-made product showroom and global business center. The reason why we added the global business center part is a lot of people have done Philippine product showroom. That's not a big deal. But the EmPHorium is more than that, not just a showroom where you show the products, obviously, but it's also a place where you network, where you educate, you empower Philippine manufacturers as well as U.S.-based entrepreneurs here, obviously, in the U.S. And all of those things are being done behind the scenes. But we needed a place where we can display Philippine products that are trying to make it here in the U.S. market. Because many times Philippine manufacturers want to be here in the U.S., but the challenge sometimes is a lot of certain regulations. They don't know what the market, who can help them, and how to do that consistently. Again, we're actually collaborating with the Philippine Trade and Investment Center here in Los Angeles. And the actual location, by the way, of EmPHorium, for all of those who want to visit the EmPHorium, and we welcome you, it's at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles, California, 90010. Before I keep rambling on, I want to go ahead and just, I want to make it a point where I want to know where you guys are watching this right now, because it's important to me, because really the show is not about showing off all the different products, which is great. I love it because I'm around it all the time. But I want to know where you guys are watching this from. So can you go ahead and in the text, or rather in the chat, tell me where you're watching this from right now. Are you in the Philippines? Are you in the U.S.? Where in the U.S.? Where in the Philippines? Right now, I got my first. Hey, May-Ann. See, May-Ann, her name is May-Ann Salazar. She's always, in this in our show, and I always want to acknowledge her because she is very supportive of Philippine products. What we're doing here. And she said, "Good morning, watching from the Philippines." Hi, May-Ann. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching, and hope you continue to do that. And please, anybody who is watching now, please share the broadcast, or rather the live stream, because again, this is about spreading the word about Philippine-made products in the U.S. Philippine manufacturers should be excited about the U.S. market, because the U.S. market is huge. Just Filipinos alone, it's over 4 million people. And where the EmPHorium is located is located in Los Angeles. And in Los Angeles, 60-70% of those Filipinos that I just mentioned are probably located in Southern California. I'm almost sure of that. So that's why we're excited to have this place where people can visit. Because imagine any of these products that you see in back of me, some of them may not hit the main street market, but if you're a Philippine manufacturer, can you imagine? You're here already. You can tell everybody in the Philippines you are here. You can tell all your U.S. friends that the product is here in the U.S. without having to technically still be in a major store, because that's the first step. And I'm talking to the Philippine manufacturers, okay? That's what it is. And that's what the reality of what EmPHorium is about. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be consistent. We're trying to be cost effective. We're trying to do all of that to make it easy, or at least not as hard as what a lot of the Philippine manufacturers are concerned about. And then on the flip side, if you're a U.S.-based entrepreneur, today I had a visitor. I'll tell you about the visitor, the story. But today we had a visitor, and he deals in e-commerce, right? So I said to him, what do you do? And basically he has a website. And it just dawned on me, because the reality is that Philippine products doesn't necessarily have to be in those big box stores right away, like a Costco, Walmart, or whatever. But it needs to also be supported and realize that now you don't have to have that. You could really attract the attention of a U.S.-based entrepreneur who has an online store, a simple online store, and then he can feature all of these products. He doesn't even have to place big orders, but the reality is it's here. So those are another group of buyers that EmPHorium is actually trying to attract. And we're also trying to attract a lot of people who want to create businesses made out of Philippine products, whether it be arts and crafts, whether it be food, whether it be fashion accessory. We got it all. Bottom line, we got all of that. So right now, it seems like I'm getting some. Ellen, thank you so much. You're actually watching the show. Thank you so much, dear lady, for going ahead and supporting us. You mean a lot to. That means a lot to me, as far as you supporting it, because I know that you're very involved in the community, and we definitely would love for you to spread the word about what we're trying to do with EmPHorium. And you still owe us a visit. We really want you to visit. And also, I want to recognize April. She's calling from Medellin, Cebu. Haven't had the pleasure of going there yet, April, but someday I will. I'm from Pangasinan. My parents are from Pangasinan, and my mom is from Bayambang, Pangasinan, and my father is from, I think, the capital of Pangasinan, Lingayen. So someday we'll visit Cebu. But for now, thank you so much, April, Ellen, for doing that. So again, please continue to let me know where you're calling from, and I would love to recognize you, because I also want you to hit subscribe or share share this, because your act of doing that creates, extends our network in being able to expose different types of products. Okay. So with that being said, it's important that you continue to do that and continue to help us out in trying to spread the word organically, because obviously, Facebook can be pretty difficult in terms of its algorithm. So we really need for your help to just spread the word organically like that. Okay. So now I told you what EmPHorium is about. Okay, what is live at the EmPHorium? What the heck are you watching at the moment? Okay, we as we speak, we're trying to create our brand of marketing Philippine products. We have we have the show. That's for one. Let me hover on that right now. What we're doing here is called Live at the EmPHorium. And Live at the EmPHorium, since I've already told you what EmPHorium is, Live at the EmPHorium is basically a weekly show that's on Thursday. It's going to help create awareness. It's going to create sales opportunity, and that's what we're trying to do. Our target market, our people, the people that we want to resonate to are the U.S.-based entrepreneurs as well as Philippine manufacturers. That's exactly who we want, and those are the people that we want to help. Not only to sell the products, but also at the same end of the day, we want to network with a lot of business organizations here in the U.S. because I personally feel that should be a synergy. That should be a true connection where you're helping each other, not only maybe buy the products, but also mentor each other and how to create more opportunities here in the U.S. market. Now, with Live at the EmPHorium, what that basically entails is when you watch these shows, what you'll be getting out of us today is that you'll see a live selling, a live demo of an existing Philippine-made product, whether they're already here or they're trying to make their way here into the U.S. market. They're trying to work out the certification, they're trying to work out the logistics, or we're trying to work out with who the buyers will be. That's what that is. We're also trying to form focus groups. We're going to talk to people that give us their feedback. That's why a couple of people today ended up coming here, because we were promoting the EmPHorium in the building that it's currently in. And also, we're going to have someone talk about the trending news in the Philippines as well, as far as logistics, marketing and things of that nature. And then we'll have tips and thoughts of the day. Like 3 weeks ago, I did a segment where we were talking about why is it so important that packaging is critical for you to think about. Only because sometimes it's not about the beauty of the product or the design and all that, but what the reason why it's important that you create. I'll tell this to Philippine manufacturers, because most of the products come in certain sizes, right? But for for price purposes, when you're shipping the product, sometimes it's just good to create sample sizes so people can try it more people can try it, and then it's not so expensive to ship it, and then you have more people to be able to try the product to begin with. And that's one of the things that we like talking about and discussing that. And then also we have an event announcement. One of the co-founders of EmPHorium will talk to you about what EmPHorium is doing consistently to create awareness of Philippine products and sell more, do more opportunities. And then this is the part that I like. I get to talk to entrepreneurs. I get to talk to entrepreneurs that are based in the Philippines as well as in the U.S. And the purpose of that is not just to stroke the ego, talk about this and that. It's more like we're trying to create empowerment here in EmPHorium, where definitely the networking is a big deal, like I told you before. So we could have an entrepreneur we're spotlighting that is actually here already, but their business is about Philippine products. And we're definitely going to be interested you're definitely going to be interested in who's going to be talking today. It's a U.S.-based entrepreneur, and I'll surprise you with that a little bit later. And then last but not least, pretty much do the live selling that we wanted to talk to you about. And then now what we're trying to do is wait for the people that are going to be on the show, and I'm hoping that my co-founder, Christina Espiritu, will show up, as well as Eric Elnar. We're waiting for the person, the entrepreneur, to check into our studio. But if they don't show up, you know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to end up doing the live selling now, as far as that goes, just to make sure that we keep on track. So right now it's 5:15. Please do me a favor. If you haven't already commented, I need to know. Oh, okay. Before I ask you that, Adonis Onoya, he's from Albay, Philippines. He's actually watching this show. Adonis, thank you so much. I know that you have a business. Please comment on what type of business you have, because I definitely want to do that. I want to go ahead and show some of the people that are actually watching. Here is Adonis from Albay, Philippines. And then I also have Love EmPHorium. We'll visit soon. Ellen, girlfriend, I love it. I'm excited. If I'm overly being hyped right now, because I am. Today has been so much an exciting day for me, because we tried out a new way to promote the EmPHorium, and people actually responded. in this building alone, there's a lot of Filipinos, but there's a lot of other businesses that we are trying to invite to be here to check out the products that are around me right now, different types of product. And we're excited that they actually dropped by. They were fascinated about what Philippine products were about, and they're actually here. So let's see. I have Tazi Kabog. I think I know her as TC, of course. She says, glad to know EmPHorium has everything we need for both U.S. entrepreneurs and Philippine manufacturers. You know, TC, I really believe in what we're doing here at EmPHorium, not because it's an idea that we all came up with, but the support that we got, that we're receiving from the Trade Investment Center here in Los Angeles from Eric Elnar, as well as Consul General Ed Badajos. I'm very thankful for them because they're also visionaries. They see that there is a need for a place, a center place where it could be a unifier of some sort. It could be somewhere where you can really see Philippines' finest. Because at the end of the day, this project, this venture is not going anywhere without the help of a lot of people that are currently even watching right now, as well as all those people that may not have time to watch it right now, but they're always in support of what we're trying to do here at the end of the day. So to me, what's important is that we continue to be vital to the Philippine products, but it's not even just products that we're doing. We're actually promoting investments and services in the Philippines. So anything that we feel could be of help, that's what we're doing. Now, let me see if. Well, I got my first phone call. I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, Ron. Yeah. I sent it to your. I sent it to your email, Teofilo. It's under StreamYard. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'm actually talking to you now. I wanted to be so transparent that they know I'm talking to you as you speak right now. I'm live. Okay, man. I'll talk to you in a bit. Right. See, that's what I love about this. I thrive on stuff that possibly could go wrong and will go wrong, and I love it. And that's what live selling is to me, where you're just being transparent about what you're doing, but at the same time, you're trying to still get the message out. Ron is one of the vital, one of the collaborators that we've been excited to be a part of, to have formed, I should say, because if you think I'm passionate about Philippine-made products, wait till you listen to this guy. He's amazing in many ways, and he'll tell you about it. So hopefully he's able to log in and do all of that. Okay, so let's see if there's any more messages from our. Okay, there you go. Adonis again. Adonis, you're awesome. He says manufacturing of all kinds of abaca and other native products, sir. I love it when they say sir. I feel old when the people do that to me. But anyway, I am old. What I'm excited to be able to do too is when I make connections like with Adonis and he's watching it, what I'm talking to you if you're a Philippine manufacturer, that's exactly what I want to happen. Like Adonis, he watches it, not because he's just looking at he got nothing better to do. I'm hoping that he's watching because he wants to learn something new. And that's what we're trying to do here at EmPHorium. But see, when he logs in like that, when he talks about his products like that, I feel like I'm doing some sort of awareness of what he can do. Because one thing I noticed with a lot of people in the U.S., they want to form, especially now with e-commerce, they want to form businesses, and especially if they want to use Philippine products, right? But they don't know how to source products, and it's not that. It's not that difficult, I suppose. Obviously, I say that because I know, right? But my point is, that's what EmPHorium is trying to do also. Empower people that are interested in sourcing products in the Philippines, or they don't even know where to start. Because it's somewhat very foreign, right, in many ways. But with people like Adonis, who just said he makes abaca, a lot of people here wouldn't have known that. But abaca is an amazing fiber product that the Philippines manufacture. It's abundant, and it can be used for many things, for clothing, for arts and crafts, and those are the things that that U.S.-based entrepreneurs need to know, because it's not only just promoting the products, but those type of products, if you buy and do all that, and buy these products, it creates livelihood in the Philippines. And to me, creating the livelihood is very important in many ways, because obviously Philippines has seen its ups and downs in terms of weather, economic, or however you want to describe it. But all I know is that when you discover a product like that, you're more likely to want to help, and not even help, but obviously create livelihood. And that's what we're just trying to do. So far, let's see. It looks like that's pretty much all we have right now. But again, continue to share whatever you're watching to Philippine manufacturers and US-based entrepreneurs. I want this platform to be also a way for everyone to discover products from the Philippines that you may not ever know. I mean, I want you to tune in because you want to see something exciting. And like right now, the thing that I'm trying to promote is really the live selling, because I don't know if you've been following live selling, but live selling in Southeast Asia, in China and all those different places, it's amazing. Here, we're just trying to catch up to that, but I think live selling would be a great way to introduce a lot of Philippine products in the US, because many products that make it to the Philippines, sometimes they fall on the wayside. It gets here, but it never gets promoted properly. Sometimes it gets in the hands of distributors. They tried their best, but sometimes a lot of these products don't get off the ground because not enough marketing is being done. And I commend all the distributors are actually trying to do that. So if I'm going to go ahead and check on to see if Ron actually made it, and see if he's able to come on screen. Well. So it looks like he's trying to get in. Okay. And let me check on my other guests that are supposed to be coming in today. And hopefully they all make it, or this is going to be a really short show. So just bear with me for a moment, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. So I guess what we're going to do now. Oh, okay. Great. Let me see if I can get him on. Okay, before I bring him on, okay, I want to tell you a little bit about this gentleman. His store is located in the city of Alamitos, and I think I don't know if I misunderstood it. He's going to open up another one. Now, this segment of Live at the EmPHorium is called the Entrepreneur Spotlight. We're spotlighting an entrepreneur that we're currently working with here. Their products are here in the EmPHorium, and that's one of the type of entrepreneurs we spotlight. But we're also in the future going to be spotlighting entrepreneurs that are in the U.S. who their product is actually here too, but they get to talk about their product, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to introduce someone that I've been working with for a long time, somebody who's so passionate about Philippine products. When this guy gets going, you can't stop him. He's like a bulldozer in terms of the way he feels about Philippine coffee. And he has a business in I want to say Los Alamitos called Teofilo Coffee. And let me go ahead and introduce him now. His name is Ron Dison.
Hello.
Ron?
Yeah.
You got your microphone? You got your phone on? There you go. Oh, I lost you again. Let's try it again, my friend. Let's try it again. Let's see if you can get logged back in. He was there. He's looking like he's ready to go, but something happened to the feed. Okay, he's trying again.
Is it working?
Ron.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
There, I can hear you now, my friend. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so with that being said, let me see. Okay, I can barely hear you. I don't know why, but we're just gonna wing it. And I hopefully do me a favor. People who are watching, can you tell me or type in? Can you hear me and Ron? Type that in, and while you're doing that, we can figure it in. So Ellen Rodriguez Swing, I think she knows you, bro.
I think she does. I know her, and
Yeah,
I know
she's
her
watching
brother.
us right now. She says, "Hi, Ron." That's what she's saying, man. She's saying,
Hi.
"Ron, you're already celebrity before we even got started."
I don't know about that.
Okay, I don't know why I can't hear you, but okay, Yiro Tamasi is on. Great, Yiro, thank you so much. Shout out to M2 Malungai Drink. We're gonna have you featured here after Ron, maybe next week, bro. And also, okay, Ron, tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about what Teofilo Coffee is about. Oh, we lost him again. we're having some sort of a technical difficulty. And Mayan also said yes for again. So let's see what's happening. Let's show Ron. Thank you. And then Nancy. Nancy, you're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. You and I, dear lady, still have to work on. Nancy Marquez, everyone, is from RAF. She's in the Philippines, and she is going to be taking care of or trying to help us with bringing Philippine products to the U.S. in terms of, because what she does is she's a freight forwarder, customs broker, she's in logistics. So she's going to be able to help us figure out how to consolidate all the samples that we're going to be getting from the Philippine manufacturers. So Nancy, thank you for staying on top of that and watching us again. Let me see if I can bring Ron again. Ron.
Yeah, can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you now,
Can you hear me? All right,
yeah,
cool.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead, Ron. Talk about a little bit about Teofilo Coffee, sir.
So yeah, Teofilo Coffee's specialty is importing and roasting coffees from the Philippines, and that's kind of what we specialize here, and trying to get supply chain that we don't have right now. So that's what we're doing here.
So what I want everybody to know about Teofilo Coffee, if they want to know your origins and all that, I love it, right? I love it. They can just go onto your website and all that. But what I want them to know about you, my friend, is that you and I are in EmPHorium are going to go into an arrangement of somewhat where we're going to help promote Philippine coffee through, obviously with your products, right? So I don't know if you have, I think we have a little bit of time in trying to maybe demonstrate a little bit about what your type of products you have. And by the way, like I said, if you want to know a little bit about Ron and Teofilo Coffee, please go to his website. But Ron, by the way, did I hear you right? Are you changing location or are you opening up another spot?
Yeah, we're actually working on two different locations. We're working on a cafe based in Long Beach in Bixby Knolls, and then we're opening up a small cafe and roastery and a wholesale green bean side of the company.
You see, what I want the Philippine manufacturers to get out of that is that knowing Ron, right? He's doing an amazing job in promoting Philippine products for coffee. So any Filipino farmers or exporters there specializing in coffee, we're looking for products, green coffee beans or roasted, right, Ron?
Actually, yeah, just purely raw green beans. If anyone wants to move coffees from the Philippines, send them our way. We'll definitely make sure they'll sell here.
Yeah, because Ron is very passionate about Barako coffee, and he talks about it like his life depended on it with so much enthusiasm. But he wants to get more resources, and we need help, and that's why we're putting this out there, and that's why I have him here. But go ahead and tell us a little bit more about the type of coffees that you serve there, Ron, and then maybe I can even show them the product that you gave me. This called is Bukod, and its roast is Full City. It's one of the products that you gave me while you were here in the opening.
Yeah. So I think what we want to do with our company is try to expose as much origins that the coffees from Philippines have, right? And the current ones that we have here are from Cavite, and this is an Excelsa species bean. So it's obviously a rare bean that's obviously cultivated in the Philippines. And we also have Sablan, another Benguet origin coffee, and we also blend our coffees to save the single origin coffees. So we blend them with other origins that we could get readily available from.
Thank you, Ron. And by the way, so again, I'm trying to get a pulse for, try to feel the pulse for our viewers. So wherever you guys are watching, can you just go ahead and type in where you're watching, if you're in the Philippines, and tell me if you've ever been, if you're here obviously in the US, if you've ever been to Teofilo or have ever heard of it. Because at the end of the day, also, if you know a producer of coffee beans, please share it, this broadcast to them, because Ron is definitely looking for a source, a sustainable source of green coffee beans. And because I think the reason why he does that is because he has a special way of roasting the coffee beans, right? And I'm not going to ask him to give us a secret, but at the end of the day, he has a certain style. He's very humble about how he does it. So whatever you can share, Ron.
Actually, I'll even give you a tour of the roastery itself, the current spot in Los Alamitos. So if you're wondering where we roast our coffees and the kind of process that we use, it's a fluid bed style coffee roaster. So the coffees that we have here obviously are roasted fresh. So that's what we advertise, right? So freshly roasted coffees from the Philippines. And you can see some raw green beans here and here as well. And yeah, that's the way that we roast here at Teofilo's, is the fluid bed coffee style roasting.
See, you gave away some of the secrets, but at the same time, I know you're a team player, bro. Because at the end, what we're just trying to do is we're just trying to really create this atmosphere here in Live at the EmPHorium as something of a discovery for a lot of people. Thank you for showing us that. I know it's not just coffee that you do. Your wife is a marvelous baker too. So you make a lot of interesting products out of Philippine ingredients, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any at the moment right now because they're closed. But yeah, we have the ube strudel, the ube cookie, the pandan swirl cookie, and my wife does also the homemade gelato ube and calamansi that we freshly squeeze the calamansi here. And yeah, just to the point about me sharing, I offer this place to anybody. Poster that I showed you, I make that available for people. Like I don't want anyone ever feel like I did when I started this business. I want to make sure that I help people while I'm still here. So that's why I'm doing this. Like it's not just about the coffee, it's studying how great our people are and how resourceful we are as people. So in the end, this is for our people.
Like I told you, he hasn't even unleashed really the type of the type of enthusiasm he has. He loves Philippines. He loves the Philippine coffee. He loves just being able to have people discover it. And that's the reason why sometimes I'm probably going to end up doing a one whole hour show just on Ron alone. But again, for all the Philippine manufacturers out there, this is one gentleman that can make it happen. We have been partnering. So if you have any potential farmer that wants to or an exporter wants to do coffee beans, please tell them to reach to EmPHorium, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a wholesale version of Teofilo coffee, and we're looking for that opportunity to help more Philippine manufacturers bring their products or their their exports here into the U.S. You already have an outlet in Philippine manufacturers. You've got someone like Ron, who is very passionate about it. But Ron, before I let you go, my friend, is there anything else that you want to share with the Philippine manufacturers as well as U.S.-based consumers? Maybe tell them to go drop by your spot, maybe visit it, and maybe if they go to EmPHorium website, they can drop in a code, maybe get some deep discounts, man. So this way we can support each other. Tell them if you got something like that, man.
Yeah, I would say exactly what you said is, definitely if you haven't came in, check out the spot. Please just come in. Even if you don't like coffee, I just want people to come and check out the spot and try to get a vibe of what we're trying to do here. And what we're trying to do is share our culture with people. And yes, there is a code if anyone's interested in doing that. I think Ferdinand has the link for the EmPHorium 15. You get 15% off any products off of the website for the month of June. So I think you have that link, Ferdinand. So if you could share that.
Yeah, for all those watching the live stream right now, I'm going to repost it on Facebook. But so again, Ron's product are here also. See, this is one of them, and then the other one is I got his merch already. So if you're interested in his merch, quick crew hat, I mean, very top quality right here. So to me, if anyone is interested, I'm talking to anybody who maybe owns a restaurant and also a hotel or any offices that may want to experience the Barako experience. I would love for you to reach out to EmPHorium, and then we'll let you know as far as getting a discount for Teofilo coffee. Ron, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you doing that. Again, I didn't do justice to how passionate. Again, I keep going back at it, right? Because it's true. I get overwhelmed when I talk to Ron because of his ability to be able to show his enthusiasm about Philippine coffee, and also, creating some opportunities for people in the Philippines. With that being said, Ron, thank you so much for joining us, man, and then we'll talk soon.
Thank you so much.
All right. With that being said, everyone, thank you for still. It looks like we're gaining some momentum in terms of our audience. So now we've been joined by. I want to go ahead and say to Julius, my guy, nasa Pinas ako ngayon. Makikita ang Teofilo Coffee para matikman ang Barako Coffee. They're in Los Alamitos, Julius. I think I'm doing that right. And then Erwin Gagam. I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm doing that wrong, okay? But you said, watching from Tacloban City, coffee always makes me more focused on what I do and awake. Thus, I love drinking coffee. So do I. I love it. But see, the thing that I'm excited about Philippine coffee is because, according to Ron, there's been somewhat of a, this is unofficial, right? He had a representative from a very big coffee company here in the U.S., checking out his place. I'm not going to say who it is, but the Barako blend or the Barako itself is being known, and people are actually reaching out and trying to find out more about Barako. So again, this is a word of encouragement. People in Philippines who export Philippine, Barako, please continue to reach out to EmPHorium so that we can pass along, because Ron is one of those partners that we have that will be able to help in creating opportunities for you. But we also have other people that we work with. So we definitely want you to reach out to EmPHorium first, and then we'll go ahead and tell you exactly where you go ahead and reach out to other coffee places, wholesalers, and even food brokers that are interested in that in Barako coffee. With that being said, we have Rhea Villahermosa. Hope to try Teofilo coffee soon. Rhea, please go to Los Alamitos, California. I don't know, Rhea, where are you from? Are you in the U.S. or are you in the Philippines? I'm assuming you're in the U.S. because you want to try Teofilo coffee. So drop by and obviously just Google them. Okay, it's now 5:39. I went a little bit over. I got excited about Ron. So now I want to go ahead and this part of the segment, this part of the live stream, this is what we call Catch Up with Christina. And Catch Up with Christina is a segment where we tell you a little bit about what EmPHorium is doing to create more awareness for Philippine products in the U.S. So I'm going to bring her in now. She is the co-founder of EmPHorium, and she's going to tell a little bit about what we're actually doing now as we speak in terms of creating awareness and all of that good stuff. All right, so Christina, how are you?
Good. How about you? I'm craving some coffee after that segment.
Well, you definitely got to go there. I'm excited, right? But what I'm also excited is that people are actually watching now, Christina. This is nice, right?
That's great. Yes. Yep. Great job.
Yeah. So go ahead and tell them about your segment of what you're doing, what this Catch Up with Christina means, and then go at it, please.
Sure. Yeah. So catch up. Well, it's exactly what it is. So catch up with Christina means just giving you the updates of what Emporium is all about, what we're doing, and just making sure that you basically know what we're up to, and making sure that we're promoting Philippine products. Oh. Oh, I'm like, did you just block me out?
I lost you. What I want you to tell everyone is what we're doing on a consistent basis, because I've been telling everyone we're trying to be as consistent as heck and trying to create events. But also, why don't you talk a little bit about what you've done already, and then what's up ahead, especially today. Like today is the happy hour. Like I told you, hey, I need to tell you, we actually got people come in.
Oh, nice. Okay, now you have to tell me. But basically, as you said, it's all about consistency, right? Making sure that we are out there, because the whole thing with awareness is making sure that you're consistent, and so that's what we're trying to do. As you know, Ferdinand has been very, very consistent with the live stream every Thursday. Oh, am I still? Hi, Ferdinand. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yes, but we just wanted to make sure that we are consistent. So like right now, for example, we are doing the live stream Thursdays, and then Ferdinand had his first lunch and learn and happy hour today. Tell us all about it.
Well, you see, I'm Emporium is very sensitive to the gas issue, right? I went to the gas station today and I had to pay like $6.75 for a gallon of freaking gas. I'm sorry.
Ouch.
But I figured the best way to do this is really invite the neighbors of Emporium, where the location is where we're located in on Wilshire, 3250 Wilshire. So what we did is we actually set out some flyers, went through, there's like 21, floors here. And I went to each and every one of them, and I created a flyer, invited them, tell them that there's what we call a happy hour between 4 and 5, and for the month of June, and then also lunch and tour. So we, people actually did come. They were surprised that there was such a place. So they came. I had like three people come in. I mean, it's not great numbers, but I just tried it today, and people came. People were fascinated about the product. Somebody wanted to take home the Papo J's.
Oh,
and I said, no, I draw the line there. We can't do that. I mean, that's something that's not a giveaway sort of thing. But most of the time, we're trying to invite a lot of the people that want to sample the Philippine products for free. I mean, they can come in here and take one if they want to visit us. So that was good. It was that was a big win for me, and I love it.
Oh, good. And that's exactly what we are doing every Thursday. So Thursdays, we have right now what we're doing is a lunch and learn or lunch and tour from 12 to 1. And then also a happy hour around 4 to 5, you said, right? 3 or 4, 4 to 5. And what it is just our way of making sure that you can stop by and then see what we're all about. So the lunch and tour is exactly what it is. You can come in and see what products are out there. So that's really good for the Philippine manufacturers. And then what we're doing between 4 to 5 is a happy hour. So if we do end up having taste testing, so focus groups, that's one of the times that we'll have it, is to make sure that we have the ingredients. So if you're a Philippine manufacturer who wanted to test your ingredients to a U.S. market, and this is the chance, is because we're going to have people come in from the building. So, different races, different ethnicities. So we'll make sure that it actually represents the U.S. market. But that's what we're doing Thursdays. And then, of course, we're also having our master classes. We had just finished one, and I'm sure one will be, we'll be advertising one soon. So that will be for Philippine manufacturers who wanted to know more about how to conduct business here in the U.S. And then we had just finished, maybe I think it was last month, we had finished one of our shopping events with Mestizo LA. And of course, we are planning for our next one as always. And so there are a lot of exciting things happening with Emporium in the next few months. So make sure you stay tuned, and then, follow us on Facebook or Instagram, or check out our website.
Yeah, there's gonna be other events coming up that that's going to be somewhat a bigger in the scope of doing a virtual trade show as well as one of the things that Christina and Christine are very responsible for, and very creative way of doing it, is that we do these event marketing, and we're planning to have either like I think Christina said it, sort of a food tasting, as well as a mini fashion show. That's one of the things that we really want to do, and invite certain buyers, because as much as we love everybody to come and visit, Emporium is not a super huge place. But what we're trying to do at Emporium is really create a place where people can count on if they want to discover new products, as well as different ways of utilizing the products. And that's what's important. But
Yeah.
I have to hand it to you, Christina and Christine, for you guys. You guys are the queen of events. You guys been doing that. And the last thing that you guys did, you did a trunk show for a brand called Mestizo, right? I don't know if I heard that, or maybe you said it and I tuned out.
Yeah, so we did the Lost Shopping event, as I said, was a an event with Mestizo LA, and then also Pili Annie and Papo J's. So we had served Papo J's cocktails as well. So yeah, so what we tried to do was we try to do these events where people can actually taste, see, and feel the products, and then be able to experience them. So that's what we did, and we're planning for our next one. So if anyone interested, I'm sure Ferdinand will leave his contact information. But you have to be part of the Emporium. So
Yeah, I'm excited. Christina, I know you're a busy lady and you probably got to get going, but I thank you for being a part of the segment today, because
yeah,
we're counting on you, girlfriend, to be able to keep us up to date on what's happening with Emporium. As much as I already know that, I'm sure people will get sick and tired of looking at my face if I would look at your pretty face and go, yeah, all right, I'll listen to Christina tell all that great stuff about Emporium. But with that being said, thank you so much for giving me like 15 minutes of your time so we can tell everybody what's so amazing about Emporium right now and what we're doing to create these awareness and opportunities. Okay.
thank you. So see you next week. So
Yep.
and yep. So thank you so much, Ferdinand.
You're welcome. All right. We'll talk to you soon. I am now going to see if my third guest is available. If not, I will continue with what I wanted to do to begin with. Hold on for a minute. Great. I was hoping that he was going to come on. Now, as I told you, Emporium is located in LA. We're collaborating with the Philippine Trade and Investment Center, as well as the Consulate Office, which both of them has been instrumental. The Philippine government has been amazing in terms of support, especially like Department of Agriculture and also CITEM. But the gentleman that started it all for us, he's going to be a part of our show all the time, segmenting the segment is talking about Philippine news, what's happening in the Philippines. If he has any opinions he care to share, whatever he can share, I always welcome it. So with that being said, please welcome the trade director or trade attaché, however you want to do it. Both to me, he's a VIP, but let me introduce to you the trade attaché for Philippine Trade and Investment Center in Los Angeles. His name is Eric Elnar. Eric, thank you for being here.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Bong, for having me.
Well, what I wanted to do is whatever you can share, because if Philippine manufacturer is watching this now, they want to hear somebody from the government to kind of get an idea of what's happening in the U.S. market, right? But if you're a U.S.-based entrepreneur, you also want to know what's happening in the Philippines, and obviously you can do all that. So I'm thinking maybe you could tell us a little bit about the trade relationships between the U.S. and the Philippines. What's your take on it? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the new government that just been elected. Whatever you want to share, it's golden for anybody who's interested in Philippine-made products or whatever's happening in the Philippines. So take it away.
Yeah, so thank you, Bong. We, as you all know, we've just finished our national elections, and we have a new government, and slowly our presumptive president has, and then president-elect has already identified a few members of his cabinet. But the gist is that there would be, a general sense of continuity in terms of the policies from the previous administrations. Um, the previous administration or this administration did a lot in terms of opening up the economy. They were able to pass critical economic related bills such as the Create Bill, basically a tax rationalization bill that offers income tax holidays for foreign investors, as well as special corporate income taxes after that income tax holiday period. Aside from the Create law, they were able to pass the Foreign Investment Act, basically opening up the Philippine economy to foreign investments, up to 100% foreign investments. Well, when previously a lot of our economic sectors are close to foreign investors or are limited to just 40%, for example. Now foreign investors can go up to 100% equity in investments in the Philippines. What this another related law that was passed is the Public Services Act, which basically opens up key sectors in the economy like telecommunications, transportation. So for example, before telecommunications, like when for example T-Mobile or AT&T goes to the Philippines, they would have to partner with a Philippine company in order to operate. They would be only allowed 40% ownership, and then the 60% would be controlled by their Filipino partner. So now with the Public Services Act, telcos like T-Mobile or AT&T can go into the Philippines and own up to 100% up to 100% of that company that they will set up in the Philippines. So aside from that, there's the Retail Trade Liberalization Act. So again, we're opening up the retail trade sector, which previously was also not that open to foreign investment. So all of these new laws that were passed, we feel that are good signals for the government that they are opening up, and for the ease of doing business in the Philippines being better or getting better. And the new administration has committed to continue a lot of this policy improvements or just new policies, and as well as new ones or the continuation, for example, of the Build infrastructure program, much like the United States Build Back Better. So we also have an infrastructure upgrading or development program in the Philippines, and the new administration has committed to continue this, as well as a focus on key economic sectors like e-commerce, as well as the information communication and technology sectors. So with that, we hope that a lot more U.S. companies would be encouraged to do business with the Philippines, not only in doing investments but also in trading, and then bringing in more products from the Philippines to the U.S.
Eric, that information is always valuable when you're trying to strategize what to do. And that's valuable to Philippine manufacturers. It helps them hopefully create or make decisions that are well thought out, everything being considered. Obviously, everybody will be looking to see what the development when it comes to the generals, the GSP. I'm personally looking forward to that, because I think that if the GSP goes through, again, it gives the Philippines more of a competitive, position, and being out in the marketplace, and that's a big deal. And so I'm hoping that will continue to be pushed forward, and hopefully it happens soon.
Yep, I agree with you. The
Okay.
general systems of preferences basically gives 0 to maybe 3 or 5% tariff rates for the Philippines compared to, for example, other countries who would get tariffs up to 20 or 30% depending on the product. So it would definitely give advantage to Philippine export products coming into the US. We don't have the definite timeline into when the GSP would be US GSP would be passed, but hopefully by next year, 2023, it will be passed, and the Philippine products will come into the US under very good or very preferential tariff rates.
Well, you've got a lot of people that know you, Eric. From Ellen Rodriguez Swing just said, Commissioner Elnar, how are you? And also our friend Freddie Munares. I want to shout out to Freddie, because Freddie Munares is a food broker that is very well known in the LA area and then some. We've connected with him because we feel that he can take Philippine products to another level, to another group of market, because he deals not only in the Hispanic market, that's how he started, so he sort of mastered that, but also in different types of buyers, hotels, wholesalers, big box stores. He knows all of these people, and we're excited for him to even take the time to go watch our live stream. At the end of the day, there's a lot of products in the Philippines that can go not just in the Filipino community. Let's admit that. I mean, good stuff is good stuff. It doesn't need to just be in the Filipino community. Sometimes I might actually even do better outside of the Filipino community, sometimes, that I noticed. So I'm happy to have Freddie Munares, a PDI, to be part of the live stream, or at least he was watching it. Thank you, Freddie. With that being said, Eric, I will let you go. I know you're always busy. You're always going all over the place. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you. Hopefully next week you get to be in the show again and tell us a little bit about any sort of news that's happening in the Philippines. Okay? Promise?
Of course. Thank you, Bong, for having me.
All right. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. This is the last part of the show, and this is where I get to have a little bit of fun. What I want everyone to do is this. I want to explain what I'm about to do. This is what we consider our live selling, or in my case, it's not really live selling. It's more like live demo. So I don't mind criticism as long as they're fun. Okay, they're not there to be annoying. But what I want to do is kind of set the tone for what I'm about to do. I'm just going to do a live demo of a product that's currently in the EmPHorium. The product may already be here. There's a small percentage that the product is already here. But as a matter of fact, I do know it's already here. But what I'm trying to do is I want your feedback. I want you to tell me, how much would you pay for this thing? Where would you like to see it? Okay. Those are the important things. And how much would you pay for it? I think I might have said that already. So I even wrote down what I want you guys to do. So where'd you like to see it, and what do you think of it? In terms of that, what type of store would you like? So if you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and introduce just one product for now. I mean, in future episodes, I'm probably going to do 2, maybe 3. So if you want a sample of this product, go ahead and write sample in your comment, and I'll reach out to you. And all you have to do is try to drop by EmPHorium, and you can pick it up at any time and just let us know, or we can mail it to you. But unfortunately, you can have to pay for the mail. Okay. But other than that, what we really want is for you to drop by and go to EmPHorium, so you can check out this amazing showroom that we've dedicated for global business as well as for Philippine products. So with that being said, yay, man said. Now, please, okay. So when I'm demonstrating the product, you need to tell me what you think of the product. How much would you pay for it? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you the picture of the product. And I think you guys can see that. Okay, and the name of the product is Doña Maria's Brown Rice Puffs. You might have already seen it. I'm not saying this one's completely new. it's new for me. I liked it, right? So let me, for all those people that may not be familiar or who don't shop at Seafood City, because I think you can find this at Seafood City, let me tell you a little bit about the product, something that I sort of researched on my own, all right? So with that, it's by a company called SL Agritech Corporation, and this is Doña Maria's Brown Rice Puffs. This is Western barbecue flavor, okay? And the company is called SL Agritech Corporation. What they do is they're leading research and development production of hybrid rice, and they founded in 2000. They have offices in Makati, in the Philippines, Laguna, Nueva Ecija, Bulacan, and Davao region. Right now, it's available in the Philippines at Robinson. I think it was being sold at, from what I saw. Don't hold me to it, okay? Don't hold me to it. I think it was like 36.50 pesos. I think they're selling it here in Amazon already, as well as in Seafood City. I just didn't happen to find out what the price was. That's stupid of me. And this thing is made out of Japonica rice. And for those who may not know what Japonica rice, SL Agritech is their leading research and development, like I said, regarding hybrid rice. So this is a combination for all those people who eat rice, jasmine rice because of the aroma, okay, that's jasmine rice, and then mixed in with Miponica, Miponica, because of the texture of Milagrosa and Japanese rice. Okay, so if you get all that, so that's what brown rice puffs mean. So if you're interested in the product like this, sample it. Let me go ahead and open it for you. Let me see if I have something opened already that I might have already. There you go. Sorry about that. I was busy eating the stuff earlier. But what I like about it is that if you look at this, if you're not familiar with it, I see this being sold at a Trader Joe's. I see it being sold at a, well, you can say it at Costco. I can see it being sold at Whole Foods also, because it's brown rice. And what its claim is it's gluten-free, and it's got the dietary fiber, the daily intake, and it has minerals. Again, this is not fried. It's actually, I think it's baked, and according to what I said, read, is that it's not fried, and it's baked for crispiness and crunchiness. And then it's tossed into like barbecue flavor the way it is, and it's gluten-free, and that's what I like about it. Obviously, a lot of people in the U.S. suffer from gluten, like having problems with gluten, and this is one of those healthy snacks that I think it could be amazing for a lot of people. And then when you taste it, I don't know about you. Now, I want to ask the people in the audience, who likes Cheetos? Can you tell me if you're there, if you me for Cheetos? Okay, so I'm waiting for you guys to respond to see if who's ever tasted two Cheetos, who likes Cheetos. Right now, Ellen said, let me see, what does Ellen say? Ellen Rodriguez Swing says, I would like to see it sold for $3.99 at Trader Joe's as a healthy snack option. Ellen, I think that's a good price. I mean, I don't know about you, but these days, everybody's price is so high, and I think that's no fair for a snack like this. Because at the end, what I like about it is they give a good amount. I would show you how amazing the good amount that they had in there, but I already been eating it. I had it with my sandwich today. It was really, really good. But if you've ever had Cheetos, please go ahead and respond and tell me if you've ever had Cheetos and what's your favorite flavor. Because this actually comes in cheese as well as the Western barbecue. That's what it says, Western barbecue flavor. And when you bite into it, it definitely does taste like similar to Cheetos. Because I'm burping here. Sorry. when I taste into it, it has that same texture. So what I'm very proud to be able to say is that they did a good job in the flavoring of the Western barbecue. Even though technically I'm not a big fan of barbecue, I like sour cream, I like salt and vinegar, but knowing that I'm not a big fan of barbecue, I still sort of like it because it's crunchy and it sort of just melts, just like when I remember Cheetos, the cheese puffs. Yeah, it just tastes like that, and I like the fact that they don't give you like little itty pieces, they give you a good amount. So I'm not even done with it yet, but I did start eating it already. So with that being said, I want to know from all of you, how much would you pay for something like this? Okay, so far the only one I've heard is Ellen Rodriguez Swing, and again, thank you so much for doing that. She says at $3.99 at Trader Joe's. I know I shouldn't talk with my mouth full, but hey, what can I say? I have to do the show. Teresa said, looks tasty, and it definitely is. So where else would you guys, would you want to see this product, and how much would you pay for it? And again, if you want to get a sample of it, just put it on the box or in the chat box and just say sample. And I'll go ahead and reserve it for you whenever the heck you feel like dropping by EmPHorium, which we really want you to. We want you to visit us on Thursdays, especially because of the happy hour, as well as the luncheon tour. So that this way you can see the amazing things that we currently have here. Probably our next show will feature another, maybe a coffee product or maybe another snack. And also, I really want to feature on the next one someone who supports us heavily. His name is Hiro. His malunggay drink. You probably heard about that already. Now, let's see. April says she likes Cheetos. My favorite, I stopped eating here because it's expensive. So I stopped craving for it. Good to know there's other options. Well, April, like I said, I love Cheetos. This is the closest thing that I think in terms of Cheetos. See, that's what I'm always amazed at. Cheetos, obviously, it's by a brand that's very well known. So to me, obviously everybody knows it, but there's no reason why a product like this shouldn't be more well known. Again, it's from a company called SL Agritech Corporation, and they focus on creating hybrid rice, which in this case, this is a brown rice puffs, and that's what so makes it amazing. So I can definitely eat a lot of this without feeling too bad about eating it, but obviously there are certain things that some of you may not agree with in terms of maybe the ingredient, but overall it's a healthy alternative to a lot of things. So with that being said, if let's see, is there anything else that like Cheetos? Let me go ahead and post what she said, what April said. Okay. So again, you see the picture of the product. This product is amazing. That came from that one bag. So again, for our future live selling, what we're doing here is not necessarily live selling. This is our way to bring awareness to the product. What we want to do is be able to tell you, yes, go ahead and buy it at Seafood City. Go buy it there. Okay, and then all these other products that we want to do is that we want to be able to point you in that direction. There may be some products that don't have any sort of connection with any retail store, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you to help us find places for these types of products. And we're interested in your feedback. We're interested in you being a part of our focus group. We're interested in everything that you have to say. Because at the end, you're the one who's going to spread the word. And I love social media because it can do all of that. But at the end, all these products that we're having, the showroom, it's great. You can come and visit. But at the end, you guys are the one who's going to create opportunities for a lot of Philippine-made products. And we know that for a fact. So with that being said, we've already gone past the 6 o'clock hour. I just want to go ahead and thank Ron Dizon of Teofilo Coffee. Our relationship with him, we're hoping, is that we continue to help him promote his products on a wholesale level and help him source more products. So if you're a Philippine manufacturer looking at this thing right now, please go ahead and reach out to us so that we can reach out to, we can coordinate a connection between you and Ron. We also want to go ahead and thank Cristina Espiritu for giving us some feedback on what EmPHorium will be doing in the future, which I'm hoping a lot of the manufacturers, again, I keep saying manufacturers, right, because that is who we want to talk to, and that's who I'm talking to right now, because we want you to really be confident in coming here into the U.S. and creating opportunities for you. Eric Elnar of Philippine Trade and Investment Center, I'm always appreciative of his collaboration with us and his support, because at the end, EmPHorium, it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for his input and his energy. But of course, I could never say that without having to add Consul General Ed Dajos in Los Angeles and having share his vision also with us and supporting it. And hopefully, we continue to garner the attention of the Philippine Department of Trade, the agriculture side, as well as the marketing side, because we're all about just that. And but this whole thing with Live at the Emporium is not possible without the people viewing it, because it's nothing. I could just be the guy talking here and it's nothing. Anyway, we are at the 6:10 hour. Thank you again for so much for watching, and I love it. So if you guys want to say something before I leave, okay. Mayanne said, hope to see your Philippine-made products in EmPHorium. So she's basically encouraging all of the manufacturers to come here and give us a sample so we can go ahead and display it to our audience. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching Live at the EmPHorium. Please watch out for the next episode, which is next Thursday. We're going to have a new entrepreneur. We're going to have a new product. We'll hopefully maybe even have some sort of a business matchmaking done right in front of you. And then watch out for our next masterclass. Our next masterclass will be about, this is going to be more relevant to when a Philippine manufacturer deals with a buyer here in the U.S., how to transact that, smoothly, the buying and selling process. We're going to invite a gentleman by the name of John Dunlap from a company called ITF, and he's going to explain to us how we can make buying products from the Philippines by using their service and making it a little bit less stressful. Because I don't think there's going to be ever such a thing when you're buying something not to be stressful whatsoever. But he's found a way to be able to help buyers and sellers do their transaction without creating too much stress or worry. And if you are able to accomplish that, at the end of the day, hopefully you're going to do a lot more transaction, right? Hopefully, at least that's my logic. With that being said, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. And then thank you again for April, Mayanne, TC, Ellen, Yiro, all the people that watch, April, Rhea, Erwin, Kuya William, thank you so much, man. I just talked to you maybe 2 hours ago. Thank you so much for watching. Julie, Nancy, and also Adonis. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. You have a great rest of the week. Thank you, everybody.